Welcome to Manny's Bistro here on Columbus Avenue. I'm sitting here with Manuel Colon, and he's a new friend. I'm so excited to be here. When did you decide you wanted to do a French bistro?
Well, John, welcome. And it's about 18 years ago now. I managed the Bistro Cassis, which was the former Bistro Cassis. And when the pandemic hit, the previous owners decided to give it up, and they didn't renegotiate their lease. So it was closed for about 3 months, and I couldn't stand the sight to see the place close. The place that I loved and managed and treated as it was always mine. And many people that came here, they always would say, we're going to see Manny, or we're going to Manny's.
Right.
So after the 3 months went by, I was able to negotiate a deal with the landlord and signed the lease September of 2020.
Wow.
Did a renovation, and after 2 months, opened up, and I was able to retain some of my kitchen staff and some of my front of the house staff of some people that have been working with me, my co-workers, for many, many years.
It's like family.
Yeah, just like family. And so we were deciding what shall we name it, since I didn't know the previous name. So I had a vote amongst the neighborhood, amongst the regulars, amongst the staff, amongst everybody, and we all came up with the name. Let's just call it Manny's, because whenever we used to go to Cassis, we used to say we're going to Manny's anyway. And that's how the name Manny's.
And it's familiar.
Yes.
That's what's so great, you know. And also you have these regular customers that come back, you know, from before. They're coming back because you're here.
Yes.
You're special.
Well, but they're special, and you know, they supported us, and you know, through the pandemic and now after, and it's just been a great feeling to be back and have the wonderful support of the neighborhood clientele and the support of my team that came back.
Oh, absolutely. It's a family.
Yes.
You know, and you know, I love the way you've decorated. You know, the decor is fantastic. I feel like it's love. It's Paris. You know, you're in the middle of Paris because of this bistro. It's fantastic. And we wandered in here one night just by accident and met you and Cheryl, your girlfriend, who's just absolutely charming. We had such a wonderful time, and I said we have to come back because, you know, that's the feeling. It's a homey feeling. It's a love feeling. It's a Parisian feeling. It's all of that mixed together.
And that's what many of our guests say. They say, you know, we've come here, we feel like we're in Paris. Even, you know, people that live there, and they come here and they say, we feel like we never left home.
Exactly.
And the food is fantastic, and the service, and I just like to see everybody happy, and if they're happy, I always tell the guests I'm happy.
And who are you to say the food is good? I'm the one to say the food is good.
Okay. Well, you know, it's I always get the feedback, you know, from the guests that way, and they'll always tell me, and I always tell them always be sincere and be, you know, straightforward with me, because I strive to be the best, and I don't mind constructive criticism.
Absolutely. You know, it's so amazing to think, what happened during the COVID period? Were you closed during that period for a short while?
Yeah, well, when I first opened in September, well, I actually opened in October because we closed for renovation, and there was no indoor dining. It was just delivery and takeout, which we were never big on delivery and takeout, because I don't feel French cuisine travels well. Yeah. Because it's a lot, you know, it has to look nice and, you know,
and fresh
and, you know, presentable. So the city came up with the idea of building which I call the chateau outside, the street enclosures.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. So I put a lot of effort into it and a big investment into it, because I wanted it to look like the restaurant, so you would feel like you were in the restaurant, even though you were outdoors, and it was fully heated, and with the music, with the French music in the background, and with the tablecloth and the carpet. And so that was what saved most of the restaurants while there was no indoor dining.
Right. And also, now that the summer's coming about, there'll be people dining outside, inside, they'll be everywhere. They'll be on the sidewalk.
Yes.
You know, it's wonderful.
Yes.
It gives you a larger capacity, actually, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, and what we do is not only do we have the, as I call it, the chateau outside, we also have the sidewalk area. And starting May 15th, every Sunday through October 15th, the streets on Columbus Avenue will be closed from 66th Street up to 74th Street. So there'll be no vehicle, no traffic. And we do live jazz starting at 11 a.m. all the way through 7 p.m. in the evening. And we have many special guests. We have the Victor Newfield Band, which he has some jazz greats that, you know, are very famous. I can't start to tell you all the names. My friend Tony Danza comes and sings with us
Oh, funny.
all the time. I get to sing at the end of the
Ah,
song. And we have a lot of guests. Sometimes people just walking by and they're musicians and they'll jump in. We had a girl with a banjo. We had a fella that played the harmonica with Janis Joplin years ago, and I told him to jump in. So it's just so much fun. And Sundays, I look so forward.
and it's just Sundays.
Sundays. We may start doing something Thursday evening as well, and maybe a little trio indoors and something like that, just to everybody gets so happy and cheerful.
Oh, absolutely. And do you find that your biggest crowd comes on the weekend, or it doesn't really matter? It just fluctuates. It just changes all the
Yeah,
time.
you know, when the weather gets warmer, a lot of people tend to go away to their summer homes.
Yes.
So we get busier sometimes during the week, and the weekend it fades off a little, but then you get the tourists when they start coming back.
Oh,
Because
yes.
Central Park, we have Lincoln Center, we have the museums, so we have so much to offer on the Upper West Side.
Oh, and shopping
And
too.
shopping, can't forget the shopping. Trying to create a little Madison Avenue up here, with all the new
Absolutely.
shops.
It's really changed the whole West Side.
Oh yeah.
You know, since they built Lincoln Center, it's just phenomenal. It's a whole world, a whole new world. It's wonderful.
And we do have so many artists from Lincoln Center coming here, so many. I mean, some famous cellists. We have a famous pianist who we saw a couple of weeks ago, Yuzha Wang. She comes here.
Wow.
Then we have so many famous artists, as I told you, Tony Danza, Tony Shalhoub, Monk, yeah. So many. I can go on and tell you all the famous actors. And you, of course,
Not me.
the most famous of all.
No. You're the famous one. But it's great that they come back. You know, they return. They return because it's good food and good company. And I think that's really it's a compliment to you, frankly.
Yes. Most of all, the regular guests that have been coming here since I've been here for almost 20 years now, and that live in the neighborhood and that have supported us through and throughout the pandemic. And I'm very appreciative towards them that their continued support, which was able for me to keep Manny's Bistro.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that I discovered this place. We were just walking and thought, well, what are we gonna do, And we walked in, it became like family. I mean, I feel so close, and I don't know you that well, but I feel so close to you and Cheryl. It's amazing.
It's been that way since I've opened. There's so many new people coming in that we have met and just became friends. For example, my friend Frank Stewart, who was the jazz photographer for 30 years over at Lincoln Center, and we have a lot of his work on our walls here. And he's also become a great friend and a great guest of ours.
So this is like a gallery, actually.
Yes.
Not only great food, but great art.
That's correct.
Which is, when you come in, you're not just sitting and looking at the person who's sitting across from you. You're looking at the walls, you're looking around. It's a whole environment. It's the ambiance. John Hagen's A Globetrotter is like no other travel book in the world. When I think of travel, I think of friends from around the world. I've traveled to Malaysia, Thailand, India, everywhere. You're going to absolutely love the book. And the recipes, you will whet your appetite with these incredible aromatic recipes. Remember, my world is your world. So get up, get out, and travel. Chasing Wild Ass. Oh, it's not what you're thinking. It's all about my travel around the world. I have interspersed photos and recipes to whet your appetite and allow you to dream and discover and rediscover these faraway destinations. The title came about while we were in Koch Wild Ass Sanctuary chasing jackasses in Gujarat, India. Chasing Wild Ass is food for the soul. It's adventure, it's history, it's culture, it's culinary, and it's a lifestyle. Chasing Wild Ass will entertain you and massage your soul. It's a celebration of life. You have to live every moment as if it's your last. My world is your world, so remember, get up, get out, and travel! I am going to have the best time here at Manny's Bistro on 70th and Columbus Avenue, and I'm talking to Jorge Correa. And he is the executive chef, and he's going to show me some wonderful dishes. I can't wait. So what are you going to do first?
We're going to do the duck confit. It's going to be served with the sliced apples, dried cranberries, citrus vinaigrette, and this salad, frisee salad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good.
What kind of lettuce is that?
The frisee.
Ah,
Frisee
okay.
salad, yes.
And with a green apple.
Yeah, and the green apples,
Right.
sliced apples, dried cranberries.
Oh, delicious.
Citrus vinaigrette.
Yes,
And of course, the duck confit is going to be in the top.
of course.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is I can't wait. Let's start that. Great.
Okay, give me 1 second, please. First of all, we want to season a little bit of salt. Mm-hmm.
Just a pinch of salt.
Yes. We're going to put some dry cranberries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to slice the apples. I cut it in half, then in fourths. And I slice it.
Does it depend on how thin the slices are?
Yeah, depends how do you like it. But now it's going to be a little thicker.
Right.
So it's going to be mix it with the lettuce, cranberries. I'm
Oh.
going to put the dressing.
And what is the dressing again?
A citrus vinaigrette.
Ah.
Citrus, they have orange, lime.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, orange zest. And we're going to mix it.
And this is a
Yeah, but-
serving for one, or is this, what would you consider this?
Seven for one person.
Ah,
One person.
right.
And then we're going to put it in this bowl. Nice.
And it looks like spring. It looks good.
Yeah. And then
Is this a seasonal dish, or is it just something that you do all the time?
that's a seasonal dish, but soon it's going to be on the menu. So we have the already braised and the duck confit, served like this. And we have this beautiful dish.
How fantastic. Looks delicious. Actually, it looks like a meal for me because I don't eat that much. But it looks fabulous.
Thank
And
you.
how long do you cook the duck?
The duck is like about, I braise it in duck fat for about 2 hours.
Oh,
Season it with the salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, and herbs.
oh.
Nice herbs, yes.
What kind of herbs?
Thyme, rosemary, and fresh basil. We're gonna prepare the coco bun dish. That's delicious. Most of the customers like 100%. We're gonna start with the sauce. Put on the fire. We're gonna add a little bit more sauce. We're going to add some kind of shiitake mushrooms to the sauce. We're gonna add some sliced carrots. We're gonna add some white peeled onions. So it's like a stew for this plate. It's very seasonal, you know, because it's still in the winter time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put some oil here. I'm gonna add some orzo. The orzo is coming with the coco bun. Then since coco bun is ready to go, we're going to put one leg at the same time, all the vegetables in the top for the dish. We sprinkle it with some chopped parsley. It's ready to go. Dish of orzo is going with the coco bun. And we sprinkled some Parmesan cheese on the top. And like our French say, voila, you can manja. Here's the presentation. This is a Panna Cotta dessert. It's our menu. So made it with cream, milk, buttermilk, vanilla beans. It's covered with passion fruit puree. It's very good. So whatever you want to try it, you're going to like it. Bon appetit. Enjoy it.
Chasing Wild Ass. Oh, it's not what you're thinking. It's a narrative of my travel around the world. I have interspersed photos and aromatic recipes, which allows you to dream, discover, and rediscover these great destinations around the world. The title of the book came about while we were chasing jackasses in Kutch Wild Ass Sanctuary in Gujarat, India. And I thought that was a great title for the book. This is food for the soul. Not only does it allow you to dream, it's adventure, it's history, it's culinary, it's culture, with a sense of humor to spice it up. Chasing Wild Ass is a celebration of life. You have to live each day as if it's your last. Remember, my world is your world, so get up, get out, and travel! And what are we gonna have?
Well, we're going to start with a duck confit, which our server will bring over to us, and we can have a little toast before.
Oh yes.
So it's such a pleasure to have you here today.
Enchanté.
So this is our duck confit salad.
Oh, fantastic.
This was prepared by Chef George with the frisée and the duck leg with the dried cranberry, some sliced apples. And
Was that a little duck or a big duck?
it's a medium-sized duck. But our ducks come from Long Island, which is Crescent Farms, which is the only farm left in Long Island. There were many in the past.
And they had potato farms before too.
yeah.
Now they're palaces.
Yeah. He's very, this is very good duck farm. He's the last one there, and he's very proud of his product. And we've been buying duck from them for 20 years now.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic. How often do you get the ducks in?
Every other day.
Yeah.
Because we go through a ton of duck, and we keep everything fresh, so we get deliveries every day from produce to seafood to meats. And
Freshness is so important.
it's the key. And quality to me is, as my vendors know, my purveyors know, it has to be the best. If I can't be the best at what I do, I'd rather not do it.
Oh yeah. Do you do bouillabaisse?
We do bouillabaisse. We do that occasionally. So we usually do it as a special on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And so the menu is we keep it limited because we like to do so many specials. So we'll do, like tonight we'll have a wild halibut.
Yeah.
We'll have a wonderful golden beet salad, golden and red salad.
Ooh.
So we'll do a petit filet mignon. We'll do rack of lamb. So every night we have a couple of specials in addition to the menu.
How fantastic.
So let's dig in.
Let's try this. Yeah. It melts in your mouth. It's really amazing. I want to try some of the salad also.
Yeah, it's rendered in duck fat for a couple of hours, so it becomes very tender and very tasty.
Oh my God.
And we also do a duck breast, whole duck breast, which we serve with a couscous cake. And it's a sliced duck breast.
Did you say couscous cake?
We do with a couscous with a cake with the butternut squash and couscous. And that's the complement to the duck breast, which is in a blackcurrant sauce, which is the blackcurrant berry, and it's wonderful. It's one of our major dishes that we have on the menu.
It's unbelievable. It sort of melts in your mouth, which I think is fantastic.
Can't get enough of this. Fantastic.
And the wine is very good too. Now tell me about the wine.
This is Saint-Emilion, which is from the Bordeaux region, and it's one of my favorite wines. It's very reasonably priced on our wine list. And we purchased it. The importer is Wilson Daniels, who they have some really wonderful wines. And I've been dealing with them for many years. And this is one of the wines that I've chosen for the list, again, which is very reasonably priced, and it's amazing. It's fantastic. Became my favorite.
And how often do you go to France?
Well, it's been a while because of the pandemic, but I'm looking forward to getting there as soon as possible.
Do you go like twice a year, perhaps?
It's been about 5 years now. So,
To see the purveyors?
yeah. But I'm looking forward to getting there soon and taking my girlfriend there. We can get away.
Cheryl gets to go! That's wonderful. That is fantastic. I mean, the whole thing of just going and meeting these wonderful people over there that you're using their products from is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great when you go to the wineries and stuff, and it's just really amazing. They treat you so well, and they appreciate also that you're using their product, and it's a win-win situation.
Oh, absolutely. So you have a large wine cellar?
Well, I have the cave, the wine cave, which has the higher end wines, the reserve wines.
Right.
And then we have our basic wines. So we probably have at any given time, about 500 wines in the house. For a small restaurant, that's quite a sufficient amount.
Right.
But I like to have a variety, so, fairly priced.
And now, is it all French, or do you combine it with...
90% of it is French. We have a little bit of California. We have a little bit of Italian.
Right.
And we have one Argentinian, a Malbec. And we also have one Greek wine.
Ah, how interesting.
Yeah, so we try to balance.
So you're international.
Yes. Yes. But because the French bistro, most people expect
French
to
wine.
get French wine. Yeah.
Absolutely. But this is absolutely divine. I mean, cheers.
Cheers.
Now, what are we going to have for the next dish? I'm very excited
Now
about
we're going to have a Tuna Tatar, which is our next dish. The Tuna Tatar is also very special. The fish vendor that I use also, I've been buying for him for 20 years. Him and his wife run the fish market, which they're out in Long Island. And they're very, very proud, and they're very particular. And to them, it's all about quality. It's the best or nothing. Ooh. And this is a sushi grade tuna, yellowfin sushi grade tuna.
Oh my God, it looks fabulous.
So it's got the...
Has a nice bouquet also.
Yeah, it's got the little frisee on top. It's got the chopped cucumber inside. It's got a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil.
Ooh.
And
where do you get the olive oil from? Is it?
It's Italian olive oil. Yeah, Italian olive oil.
You know, it's an interesting story I heard in Tunisia that years ago the Italians were putting their label on as if it was their olive oil, and then now legally they have to say it's from Tunisia. And Italy, it does its own olive oil, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, we also get some Greek. They have some very fine olive oil as well.
Yeah, that's good. Oh my God. Oh.
It is wonderful, isn't it?
Amazing.
Get that great tuna and that fresh avocado, little cucumber. Sesame oil.
What a pairing. It's unbelievable.
So good.
It is absolutely out of this world amazing. I think you need a little more wine.
Oh, thank you. I'm the host. I'm supposed to pour the wine.
That's okay.
So with that, I guess we're going to have to put this on the side as well, and we'll finish it later unless you care to indulge a little more. No. And then what we're going to have will be our main course, which is going to be George's special coq au vin.
Okay.
Which has become one of the restaurant's favorite dishes.
Oh, good.
Everybody wants the recipe, but I say, well, I can give you a little bit, but I can't get you everything. I have to hold back a few of the ingredients because George is very secretive of certain.
John Hagen's A Globetrotter is like no other travel book in the world. When I think of travel, I think of friends from around the world. I've traveled to Malaysia, Thailand, India, everywhere. You're going to absolutely love the book. And the recipes, you will whet your appetite with these incredible aromatic recipes. Remember, my world is your world. So get up, get out, and travel. Chasing Wild Ass. It's not what you're thinking. It's a narrative of my travel around the world. I have interspersed photos and recipes to whet your appetite and allow you to dream, discover, and rediscover these great destinations. The title came about while I was in Kutch Wild Sanctuary chasing jackasses in India. Chasing Wild Ass is adventure, it's culinary, it's history, and it's a lifestyle with a bit of humor to spice it up. Chasing Wild Ass, the book, is more than 500 pages, exploring the world. Remember, my world is your world. So get up, get out, and travel.
So now, for our main course, we're going to have the coq au vin,
Oh my God.
served with the side dish of orzo, touched with a little Parmigiano Reggiano on top.
Oh my
flavor.
God. Oh my God.
And as you see, the coq au vin, it's a combination of duck and chicken with the pearl onions, the carrots, the mushrooms, and a little parsley on top. And
It's beautiful.
wonderful wine sauce and one
And-
of the house specialties.
And these are the onions, right?
Yes, pearl onions.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. It's to die for. No, it's to kill for, not to die for.
Try a little bit of the orzo as well. Back it up.
Absolutely outrageous. You want to try it?
Yes, of course.
Oh, and I want to try one of these
A little
onions.
piece of the onion, a little piece of the carrot. Get a nice little mix going.
They're like little animals here. It's so good.
Wonderful. Try a little bit of the orzo as well. Reggiano gives it the kick. It's always so important to use the best cheese.
Oh, absolutely.
Some people choose to use a lesser brand, but to me, the Reggiano's the king of the cheese for your pasta.
That is fantastic. What a great dish.
Cheers.
I want to thank you. This has been absolutely a wonderful experience, another wonderful experience, and we can't wait to come back.
Such a pleasure to have you here, and it's been a wonderful year. Things are really looking up, and people are coming out again, and life is coming back to somewhat normal.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
It's great to see people again
Really is.
with a smile on their face because they're
Yes.
so glad not to have the mask, you know.
That's right, yeah.
It's a wonderful thing. Thank you, Manny. This has been an absolute wonderful experience. The food is sensational and the ambiance is fantastic. I feel like I'm in Paris. Thank you, Manny. This has been a wonderful experience. Fantastic.
Cheers.
Same to you.
Thank you.
I'm John Haggins, and this is The Taste of New York. Until next week, so long for now.